It was a quiet morning in Tonsberg, Norway. The town was just beginning to wake up, with the first light of dawn casting a gentle glow over the cobblestone streets. Birds chirped softly, and the air was crisp and fresh, filled with the promise of a new day. A young boy named Magnus sat at the kitchen table, his small hands wrapped around a warm cup of cocoa. The aroma of freshly baked bread wafted through the air, mingling with the scent of the morning dew. The sun peeked through the window, casting long golden rays across the room. The light danced on the walls, creating a serene and almost magical atmosphere. He was only 5 years old, with a head full of tousled hair and eyes that sparkled with curiosity and wonder. His father, Henrik, loved to play chess. The chessboard was a permanent fixture on their kitchen table, its pieces always ready for the next game. Henrik decided to introduce the game to his son. He believed that chess could teach Magnus valuable lessons about strategy, patience, and critical thinking. He carefully explained the rules, his voice calm and patient. He spoke of pawns, knights, bishops, and rooks, each piece with its own unique way of moving across the board. He showed Magnus how each piece moved. Magnus was immediately captivated, his young mind absorbing every detail with an eagerness that surprised even his father. The boy's eyes widened with fascination. The chessboard was no longer just a collection of wooden pieces, it was a battlefield, a world of endless possibilities and adventures. He reached out to touch the smooth wooden pieces, feeling their weight and texture. Each piece seemed to hold a story, a promise of what could be achieved with the right move. He was mesmerized by their unique shapes. The knight with its proud horse-like head, the bishop with its tall, slender form, and the queen, regal and commanding. Each piece held a promise of adventure. The board itself was a map, a landscape where battles would be fought and won. A world of possibilities opened up on the checkered board. Every square was a step in a journey, every move a decision that could change the course of the game. Little did Magnus know, this was the beginning of a lifelong passion, a passion that would take him to places he had never imagined. This was his first step towards greatness, the first move in a game that would define his life. Magnus began to play every day. The kitchen table became his training ground, the chessboard his arena. He played against his father, each game a lesson, each move a step towards mastery. He played against his sisters, their laughter and playful banter filling the room as they moved the pieces across the board. He even set up the board and played against himself, imagining different scenarios and strategies, always seeking to improve. He lost most of his early games, but each loss was a lesson. He learned to analyze his mistakes, to see where he had gone wrong, but he learned from every defeat. He studied the board, memorizing the positions and movements of the pieces. Magnus memorized the way the pieces moved. He practiced different openings and endgames, always striving to get better. He dreamt of chess at night, his mind filled with visions of knights and rooks, of strategies and tactics. Magnus's father noticed his son's growing interest. He nurtured it, encouraging Magnus to keep playing, to keep learning. Henrik gave Magnus chess books filled with famous games and strategies. They were like treasure maps, guiding Magnus on his journey. They studied famous games together, analyzing the moves of grandmasters, learning from the best. Father and son spent hours analyzing strategies, their heads bent over the board, deep in thought. Henrik saw a spark in Magnus, a determination and passion that was rare for someone so young. He knew his son had a special gift, a gift that, with the right guidance and support, could lead to greatness. Magnus was different from other children. From a very young age, it was clear that he had a unique spark, a different kind of curiosity that set him apart. While other kids were engrossed in toys and video games, Magnus found himself drawn to the world of chess. He preferred the company of rooks and knights, finding joy in the strategic battles they represented. He spent countless hours studying chess books, absorbing every bit of information he could find. Online platforms became his playground, where he could test his skills against opponents from around the world. His passion for the game was all-consuming. It wasn't just a hobby, it was an obsession that fueled his every waking moment. Magnus was determined to master the intricacies of chess. He analyzed every move, every game, with a level of focus and dedication that was rare for someone his age. His parents quickly recognized his exceptional talent and unwavering dedication. They saw that this was more than just a passing interest. They provided him with every opportunity to improve, ensuring he had access to the best resources and materials to nurture his growing talent. At the age of 8, Magnus joined his first chess club. It was a significant step, marking the beginning of his journey into the competitive world of chess. He played against older and more experienced opponents. Despite the age and experience gap, he wasn't intimidated. Instead, he saw it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Magnus thrived on the challenge. Each game was a new puzzle to solve, a new opportunity to test his skills and strategies. He absorbed knowledge like a sponge, learning from every win and every loss. Each experience added to his growing expertise. His skills rapidly improved, and soon he started winning tournaments. The victories were a testament to his hard work and dedication. He quickly rose through the ranks, gaining recognition for his exceptional talent and strategic prowess. Realizing the need for expert guidance to nurture his talent, Magnus's parents sought out the best chess coach in Norway. They found Simen Agdestein, a renowned chess player and a skilled instructor who had a reputation for developing young talent. Agdestein immediately recognized Magnus's potential. He saw in him a raw talent that, with the right guidance, could be honed into something extraordinary. He agreed to take Magnus on as a student, a decision that would prove to be pivotal in Magnus's chess career. Under Agdestein's guidance, Magnus's game flourished. The coach's expertise and mentorship were instrumental in shaping his strategic thinking. Agdestein helped him develop his tactical awareness, teaching him to anticipate his opponent's moves and plan several steps ahead. The coach also encouraged Magnus's creativity on the board, allowing him to explore unconventional strategies and think outside the box. This creative freedom was crucial in developing Magnus's unique style of play, which would later become his trademark. Agdestein also instilled in Magnus the importance of discipline, psychological resilience, and strategic thinking. These qualities became the foundation of his future success. With a solid foundation and the support of his coach and parents, Magnus was well on his way to becoming a chess prodigy. His early passion and dedication set the stage for his remarkable journey in the world of chess. Simen Agdestein was more than just a coach to young Magnus. He became a mentor. He was a friend. Agdestein understood that Magnus's talent needed a special environment to truly flourish. He created a training regimen that was both challenging and engaging for Magnus. He introduced Magnus to new chess openings and innovative strategies. He analyzed his games with him. Agdestein provided constructive criticism. Agdestein recognized that Magnus had a unique talent. He had an intuitive understanding of the game. Magnus could visualize moves far ahead of his opponents. He could calculate complex positions with astonishing speed and accuracy. He had a knack for finding creative solutions to difficult problems. Agdestein encouraged these strengths. Magnus thrived under Agdestein's tutelage. He started to win against the top junior players in the world. He traveled internationally for tournaments. Magnus's confidence grew. He knew he had the potential to become one of the best chess players in the world. He was only 12 years old. Agdestein knew that Magnus needed stronger opponents. He organized training sessions with grandmasters. These were some of the best chess players on the planet. Magnus faced them head-on. He wasn't afraid to challenge their ideas. He learned from their experience. He absorbed their knowledge. The year 2004 marked a turning point in Magnus Carlsen's life. It was a year that would set the stage for his meteoric rise in the world of chess. At the age of 13, he achieved the prestigious title of Grandmaster. This was not just an ordinary achievement, it was a monumental milestone that many seasoned players spend their entire lives chasing. This made him one of the youngest chess grandmasters in history. The chess community was astounded by his rapid ascent and the maturity of his play at such a young age. This achievement sent shockwaves through the chess world. Newspapers and magazines featured him prominently, and he quickly became a household name among chess enthusiasts. It was a testament to his extraordinary talent. His ability to think several moves ahead and his deep understanding of the game were evident to all who watched him play. His dedication had paid off. Countless hours spent studying openings, middle games, and endgames had honed his skills to a razor-sharp edge. The chess world was buzzing with excitement. Magnus's rise continued unabated. He was not just a prodigy, he was a force to be reckoned with. He participated in increasingly prestigious tournaments. Each event was a new opportunity to showcase his growing prowess and to learn from the best. He consistently outperformed seasoned grandmasters. His calm demeanor and strategic depth left many of his older, more experienced opponents frustrated and in awe. His playing style was captivating. Observers noted his ability to blend classical and modern strategies seamlessly, making his games a joy to watch. Magnus had an uncanny ability to unravel complex positions. His analytical skills were second to none, allowing him to find solutions that others missed. He could launch devastating attacks from seemingly quiet positions. This unpredictability made him a particularly dangerous opponent. His opponents were often left bewildered by his moves. They struggled to anticipate his next steps, which were often unconventional yet highly effective. They struggled to keep up with his strategic depth. His ability to switch gears and adapt to different styles of play was remarkable. In 2009, at the age of 18, Magnus reached another milestone. He ascended to the pinnacle of the chess world, achieving the world #1 ranking. He became the youngest player ever to achieve the world #1 ranking. This was a record-breaking accomplishment that solidified his place in chess history. This was a phenomenal feat. Friends, family, and fans celebrated his success, recognizing the hard work and dedication that had brought him to this point. He had surpassed legends of the game. Icons who had dominated the chess world for decades now looked to Magnus as the new standard-bearer. He had reached the pinnacle of professional chess at an unprecedented age. His journey was far from over, but he had already achieved what many could only dream of. Magnus's success wasn't just about talent, it was also about his relentless work ethic and his insatiable curiosity about the game. It was about hard work, dedication, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. He trained rigorously, always pushing himself to be better. He trained for hours every day. His commitment to improvement was unwavering, and it showed in his results. He studied the game obsessively. Every match, every move was an opportunity to learn and grow. He analyzed his own games and those of his opponents. This meticulous approach allowed him to understand his strengths and weaknesses better. Magnus was always looking for ways to improve. He experimented with different strategies, constantly evolving his play style. He was never satisfied with mediocrity. His drive for perfection and his passion for the game made him a true grandmaster in the making.